Hello, I'm Dr. David Bilstrom, Medical Director of the International Autoimmune Institute. So today we're going to talk about how you can eventually be okay with some foods even if they bother you initially. So ideally, once you identify what foods are bothering you and you get them out of the system for 4 to 6 weeks, you have a really good chance of resetting these foods and you'll be able to tolerate them again. Now typically you don't retest because the numbers that you saw on the first part of the food sensitivity test that were up saying this food bothered you will go down just by avoiding the foods. Thus, when those numbers go down, you don't know it's because you reset this food and it doesn't bother you anymore, or you've just been avoiding it. So after you feel quite a bit better, the gut is healed, you're feeling just tremendously better, potentially you've come off your immunosuppressant medications, then there's a really good chance you reset these foods. And what you want to do is bring them back in one at a time in a food challenge. And so what you do is you keep a diary, but you try to reintroduce one food every week. And you eat that food 2 meals a day, 3 days straight, and see how you feel. Now we're testing the delayed hypersensitivity foods. So typically if you're going to feel poorly with the food, you're going to feel poorly the days you're eating it. But then again, they're delayed effects, so it could be day 4, 5, 6, 7 before you feel poorly. If you feel poorly anytime that week, you have not reset that food. You need to take it back out again for at least 3 to 6 months and then try it again because there's a good chance you'll be able to reset it eventually. If you do fine with the food challenge, you can now eat that food all you want. And then each week you do another food and another food until ideally you reset most, if not all, of these foods. Now typically you're not going to fully reset gluten/wheat and cow's milk dairy products. There are some exceptions, but usually these need to be avoided long term, at least usually. Next time we're going to talk about estrogen dominance and why this is such a big driver of autoimmune disease in women. Thank you very much.